Let's jump the pond for our next clip. On the T-Mac, Rich helps insiders write and rewrite their marketing. The insider in the clip from England has resubmitted her postcards for review. Yeah, that's right. She has resubmitted them. And now, Rich and her fine-tune them sentence by sentence. Questions Rich is asking in his head as he reads each sentence. Is it important and relevant? Can it be said better? And most importantly, does it say something that is true? What number of arms does an octopus have?
Number 8.
Survey says 80% of technical managers don't command respect from the staff, but now you can get the respect you deserve guaranteed. I think we moved to this guarantee really fast. It really struck me as a little bit unnecessary to be guaranteeing something that, again, think about this from the standpoint of benefits of ownership. This is a new concept for most of the people that are getting this. Just to introduce the fact that there's training and that we can get these people so they can talk is sufficiently interesting and interrupting and engaging enough that that guarantee seems almost like hyperbole at that point.
Yeah, okay.
So survey says 80% of technical managers, by the way, we need to get rid of that apostrophe S, technical managers don't command respect from their staff. Now, you tell me this, okay? Forget the postcard for a minute. Let's not try to write marketing for just a second. Let's just talk through this situation. Why is it that they don't get respect from their staff?
Because technical people are, what can I say, arrogant a lot of the time. That's a bit heavy-handed to say so, but that they feel that their managers don't understand their job and therefore should leave them alone to get on with it.
Okay.
They're also very, very, very self-motivated, and so they don't want to be managed by somebody else, and they see their manager as a bit of a time waster. All they want to know is what time they're going to be doing work, and what time they're staying till, and whether the work.
The manager's stupid in their opinion.
Correct.
Okay, well, first things first. Let's go back to this. Survey says 80% of technical managers don't command respect from their staff. To me, it feels like the word technical needs to be put right before technical staff, right before the word staff.
Okay.
Because I kind of lose that when I get to the end of that sentence. Survey says 80% of managers don't command respect from their technical staff.
That's much better.
Now, this is real interesting. This is one of those real fine distinctions that's, a little bit hard to even explain what the significance of it is, but moving that down there immediately helps me as a reader to feel, my technical staff is the one that's blowing me off. And okay, I understand that. You're right. Now you can get the respect you deserve guaranteed. To me, this is really jumping the gun. We haven't given them any kind of inkling, any kind of idea of what it is that we do. This is almost like, hey, we have this magic wand where they're going to respect you. What I think we need to do instead is we need to either further discuss the problem or we need to begin to introduce the solution. We need to begin to introduce the solution as opposed to what you've got here, which is we're guaranteeing a solution that I don't even have any idea what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're missing some steps there. So by way of review, we need to do one of two things. We need to either continue to discuss the problem so that we can get an identification with the reader, or we need to start discussing what the solution might be.
Okay.
I think we might want to do number one, which is discuss why they don't. This is a problem identification. So why is it? 80% of technical managers don't command respect from their staff. Now, the reality is, from your perspective, evolution training, you want to tell people what? That because of communication skills, that there's a lack of respect, right?
Right.
It's not because they're arrogant. It's not because your managers are stupid. It's because there's a communication problem. So why don't we talk about that?
Okay.
Did you realize, I'm just talking this through and then we'll massage it into a subheadline, okay? Did you realize that what often seems like, what word do I want here? Arrogance and contempt is actually what? What do you think? You can't make me do all the work, Emily. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Did you realize that what often seems like arrogance and contempt is actually what?
Actually, just miscommunication, but I still don't like that word miscommunication.
Okay, that's okay, because what we want to do is we want to get our idea on paper so that we can then massage something we like.
Yeah, what about misunderstanding?
Okay.
Okay.
let's continue to massage this. Again, the first step here is we want to just get on paper what we want to sort of communicate so that we can massage it into something that's powerful. And
okay.
So I want you and everybody else who's on the call to listen to this principle of, hey, don't worry about if it's perfect right when we get on paper. Let's make sure we get it on paper, okay? So survey says 80% of managers don't command respect from their technical staff. Did you realize that what often seems like arrogance and contempt, and I'm assuming that the word arrogance and contempt are going to be real hot buttons for these managers?
They are, yes.
Is actually just, now we've got misunderstanding, miscommunication, something like that.
Or instead of just, what about simply? Or is that
no, that's good.
Push it down?
In my opinion, that's as effective. Now, the problem I'm having is that I don't think that this statement is believable. I think somebody's going to read it and go, I don't believe that. Did you realize that what often seems like arrogance and contempt is actually just simply a misunderstanding? And I think people are going to read that and go, no, it's not. They're actually arrogant and they're contemptuous.
Yeah.
So we've got to find a way to say this a little bit different.
Okay.
Well, let's dig a little deeper. Why is there misunderstanding? And I think the answer is because their world and our world aren't matching up, right?
That's exactly right. And the thing is that everybody thinks that they're right. Everybody thinks that they're the one without the problem. And so what we're going to do is to gently introduce the fact that actually the things that each side is doing needs to change.
Okay, I just realized something. I realized why this statement seems false, why it seems like it's not true.
Ooh, cliffhanger. What do you think Rich figures out in the end? If we were in the same room with him, we could have tuned in to hear what he was thinking. But since we weren't, you just have to hope Part 2 made it onto the top 10 this month.